In this lesson we will continue working on the shoe. Select the verts at the peak of the shoe. Go ahead, and select the verts on the opposite side too. Use the scale tool, to widen the form. With the verts still selected, translate them back. Select the center verts, and straighten them. Take the verts at the inner side of the shoe and translate them down, to align them with the neighboring ones. Translate the verts up, rounding out the form. Make your way around pulling the verts up and out. Adjust the verts, spacing out the topology. Take the 3 verts, and translate them down a touch. Select the verts near the tip of the shoe, and straighten them. Do the same with the neighboring verts. Translate the verts rounding out the form. Take the verts at the back of the shoe, and translate them back. Translate the neighboring verts back too. Turn on Smooth Preview, to see how things are shaping up. Switch to Top View. Select the verts at the tip of the shoe, and translate it back. Adjust the neighboring ones too. Turn on Smooth Preview again, and inspect it. We need to further adjust the mesh. Turn off Smooth Preview, and merge the verts. Continue to tweak the back verts. Translate the verts down to line them up. Follow up by pushing the verts out. Continue to push out the neighboring verts. Once again, turn on Smooth Preview to see how things are shaping up. Take the edges at the peak of the shoe, deselect any stray edges. Translate the verts down, and use the scale tool to widen out the form. As you can see from the reference, the back of the shoe has an arch to it. Let's tweak the verts to achieve this. Select the verts at the base of the shoe and translate it up. Take the neighboring verts on either side and translate them up. Switch to side view, to see how things are lining up. Straighten the verts some more. Follow up by spacing out the topology. Things are really shaping up. Go ahead and add some detail to the shoe. Select the faces. With the faces selected, duplicate them. Extrude the faces, To give the mesh some thickness, isolate the new geometry. Take the time to adjust and neaten out the form. Select the verts and use the scale tool to straighten them out. Proceed to straighten out the center verts. Straighten the vertical ones too. Tweak the inner verts, translating them to line up with the neighboring ones. Bring the shoe back to see everything as a whole. Use the rotate tool to conform the geometry to the shoe. Do the same for the opposite side. Make your way around, adjusting the verts. Continue shaping the geometry. Cut 2 horizontal edges. Follow up with inserting 2 vertical edges. This should allow the geometry to maintain its shape. When we smooth it out, turn on Smooth Preview, inspect things to see how it's shaping up. There appears to be some polygon penetration, Let's fix this. Hike up the verts a touch. Add 2 more edges. Now we have the result we have been aiming for. Bring the shoe back. Continue shaping the arch, lining things up to the reference. Add another edge, at the base of the shoe. Turn on Smooth Preview and see how things are looking. It's really taking shape. Let's move on to the buckle. Create a cube. Select the shoe geometry, and delete the history. Hide the geometry. Translate the cube, so it lines up with the reference. With the cube in place, scale it up. Scale to adjust the thickness. Select the corner edges. Go into Edit Mesh, Bevel. Set the segments to 4. Select the front 4 edges, and delete them. Go ahead, and delete the front face. Take the edges and extrude them in, uniformly. Follow up by deleting the back. Select the inner verts, and scale them. Select the back verts and translate them. Select the front verts, and scale them, tapering out the form. Select the inner edges, and extrude them in. Insert some support edges just like we did earlier. Proceed to add 4 edges. Turn on Smooth Preview, and see how things are looking. Translate the buckle to one side. Bring the other geometry back. Switch to front view. Select the buckle, translate and rotate it, matching it up with the reference. Translate the buckle so it is flush with the shoe. Continue making adjustments. Rotate the buckle, so it matches the angle of the shoe geometry. Make tweaks, until the geometry matches the reference. Freeze transformations and delete the history. Go ahead and combine all parts together. Take the inner edges of the shoe, and scale them in. Turn on Smooth Preview. Duplicate and mirror the geometry. Things are really taking shape. I'll see you in the next video.